Well, Joe, your team had to work hard for it, but 3 points is 3 points.
Yeah, in this league we're going to have to work hard. There's another 40 of them coming, where we're going to have to earn the right to, win games of football. I think, the lads should be well versed now after 6 games to know that no one's going to give us any respect. It's a lot more physical game in League Two than it is in League One, and we have to stand up to be counted. And I thought the lads did that manfully today.
Yeah, so to definitely unlock the positives, that resilience that you certainly showed in space today hasn't always been there during your time here, so that's got to be pleasing.
Yeah, the only way I can see it is the 6 games where this is our group. Before that, it's another manager's group, and it's another set of bodies that have recruited for a specific system, which obviously it wasn't ours, and you're trying to make the best of it. But as we spoke about, the damage was kind of too ingrained and deep-rooted, and it was always going to take a period of time, and we've still got lots and lots of work in front of us to turn the culture around from a losing culture. You want to be a winning culture, obviously, but in the interim of that, there's been a resilient, hard-to-beat culture, and signs, real positive signs in the last, certainly in the last 2 league games, and certainly if you look at the home performance at Oldham, I thought we were better than the result maybe suggested on the night. Against Cheltenham, who were a League One side, and I know they made changes, but so did we. A solid performance again, and a clean sheet. And then we've backed that up again today, and I felt the lads, as I say, they had to really, really defend properly at times, and credit to them. I thought they were superb.
Yeah, and you could probably pick out a lot of the defenders and single them out, but as a unit collectively, whether it was you keep making some good saves or people putting bodies on the line, I thought they did that really well today.
Yeah, and the fact that we've got goals in the side, in terms of if you can keep a clean sheet, you'll need one to win a game of football, and I think usually teams that get promoted will have a large body of closely fought 1-0 wins, where maybe they haven't been at the best, maybe they haven't fired on all cylinders, but somehow they've managed to get the job done. I was fortunate enough to play for Olympique Marseille. We finished second that year. We had 22 1-0 wins. QPR, when we came up via the playoffs, I think we were 18 1-0 wins. So they are the bedrock that you can build performances. Obviously, we all want 3s and 4s, but we haven't earned the right to do that. We haven't got the confidence in the building. It's all good and well me being confident and me saying we're going to get stuff done, but that has to come into the playing group. And I think there's a nervousness in the stadium, rightly so, because of the journey they've been on as a Rovers supporter over the last few years has probably aged everybody. It's certainly put a lot more grey hairs into my barnet than what I had when I turned up here. And winning games of football breeds confidence. And my belief is that confidence comes from good preparation. So we're moving in the right direction. But again, we've got to come and back this up again next week in the league. It's going to be another tough encounter. And I'm really looking forward to it because, I can see the team growing. Maybe not as fast as I would want it to, but I can see it growing, and I can see some real strong characters and a real good culture is starting to emerge.
Must be nice when you bring in sort of 4 signings this week, 2 of them combined for the goal of a really well worked goal.
Yeah, as I say, you would want longer to work with them and get them up to speed, but also credit to those boys, they've managed to keep themselves going, that we can put them into the match day squad. And when you have the quality that they have, they're always liable to change games for you, and I think we've got a lot of talent running throughout the group. I think when you think we haven't spent a penny, and we've cut the budget by I think 800 grand from last season, and you have to look at the squad we've got. I don't think anybody can argue that this isn't a better squad, this isn't a better group, and yet it's we've taken a lot of senior bodies. I think I added with Glenn Whelan and Leon Clark. Stu the physio told me I've had 73 years to the playing group, but then your Anthony Evans is 22, so you've got to get that balance of youth and experience, because we're trying to change around an underperforming culture, and you can't really ask, I don't think, all season boys to do men's jobs, and I think there's times where the men have to stand up, and I thought Nick Anderton coming into the game late went and won everything, went and dominated the back line and really complimented the young back line. Keane, Connor Taylor, about 19, thought he's Colossus again. Alfred Kilgore coming back in, and that's a real young back line. Josh Grant in front again. You tap that on. Obviously, Nick gets put in there to, you know, we talk about teams that the 11 that start, but that, you know, we don't have substitutes. We have people who come on and finish the game. You know, the 2021, you're not going to get through high octane physical performances with just 11 bodies. And if we're going to be successful this season, it will be a group effort. And, you know, it's going to be 22, 23 players, depending on which rule the EFL roll out. You know, those players are going to contribute massively.
Well done, say.
Thank you.